Good morning and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future. Trade in all our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signals as long as you are on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade. We're not your financial advisor either. Whatever you do, it is at your own risk. This is something very interesting today. The YM is going long, and it was the ES long, and the Nasdaq is short. A lot of traders, when they are auto trading, they don't recognize that problem. And when there is confliction between ES and Nasdaq, any type of auto trade will not make money. A lot of people, they fall into this mistake. At this moment, the ES start now giving in to the Nasdaq, and now very soon, not yet, very soon the ES is going to be short, and then the market will be in line to start taking a trade. As long as the ES doesn't go short and the Nasdaq is short, they are working on the opposite direction of each other, you have a problem with auto trading. Irrelevant what kind of template you are using, what type of auto trade you are using, what type of time frame you are using, range, Renko, doesn't matter. It's not going to do the job. And this is 99% of traders rely on auto trade. They do not recognize the confliction between ES and Nasdaq, and they don't understand the difference. And then what they do, they change templates thinking that will solve the problem, or they change the auto trade they think is solving the problem. But the problem is there, and it's not going to be solved by changing auto trades or template or time frame. As we see right now, the things is with the ES, it's too early to call a short trade because there is a tremendous support area where the Nasdaq is on a full speed to the short trend, and that it is making the ES hard to make money on the ES. Doesn't matter what type of an auto trade you are using, you are having a problem with the ES making money. Now, if you are using a smaller time frame on the ES, then you are in the same direction as the Nasdaq. If we look at the smaller time frame on the ES, it is on a range, and it is going on the same direction as the Nasdaq. If you are using a very small time frame with a scalping mood, then there is a good chance for you to be able to initiate a trade in there. But right now, as we see, the ES has broke even, and that is okay. So that's mean we are on a free flight, we are on a free trade, and that is okay. But if we look at the ES auto trade here, it took a short because this one here is an M strategy, is taking a reversal, is a different, it's not trading with the trend, it's trading reversal. But if we look at this even on a smaller time frame, you will find out because of the support here on the ES is not yet ready for short, and the ES is coming to the resistance. The only time this auto trade, even on the reversal, will make money if this ES maintain below the resistance line. If the ES maintain below the resistance line, because the ES got caught between a resistance at 55.74 and a support at 55.70. And that's why you do not see the ES making money. And however, also when the ES is not trending, that is going to also impact your Nasdaq trade, and it's going to be a lot of backward and forward with the movement on the bars. So if we look at this ES, it's not short. The auto trade took short, but we understand the ES is not yet short, because if you want to take a short on the ES has to break all those lines until it go below the 55.67, then it is confirmed short. As long as we have a lot of lines here, and you say, how are you going to trade between the lines? There is no trade between the lines. This is the many lines you see here between 55.70 all the way to 55.66 is not a tradable area. The chart is split long and short, and it is on the side. And on this one here, the ES, if it goes below those numbers here, it's not a tradable all the way to the 55.66. So if we look at the YM keep climbing and the Nasdaq keep going down, they are going the opposite direction. And on the ES, you have no trade. On the ES, you have no trade. Despite the 5 range took a trade short reversal, you do not have a trade, and you should get rid of it as soon as possible, because at this moment the ES got caught in this channel between a resistance at 55.74 and a support at 55.69, and this is not tradable market, you know. So let me show you another example. This trade coming from the market analyzer and almost hit the target, and Russell also is facing the same problem. It is based on 2 contracts, and this is coming from the market analyzer Autotrade, and you can see it's still struggling between the target and the support area at 20.53. So it's not just one instrument, it is the whole market is on standby in a way, and we'll see what happens very soon. You can see the YM keep climbing up, and the Nasdaq going down the opposite direction, indicating that the market is not in sequence. And the ES is sitting on neutral. There is no movement in the market, and it's nothing worth to. Sometimes we get lucky. Sometimes you get lucky, and the ES, if you are taking long, is going to break the resistance and keep going, or it's going to break the support and keep going. This is a lucky trade, but it is not consistent. So if this ES kept going farther down, because the support area is no longer can hold the ES, and there is a strong short. But you cannot depend on that, on your luck every single day. You have to be a little bit more protected when you are auto trading. So let's see what happened. Very soon the Nasdaq is gonna fire a signal on the market analyzer short, and the ES, the only time we're gonna be able to take short trade, it is when the market go below the 55.66. Below the 55.66, you can take a short. Now it's too early to call it. It's too early to call it. If you are on a short from the top here, very good. You know, you caved into a trade in the early entry, like what happened to this M strategy. Just reverse the market at the perfect timing from here is fine, you know, is from this area here, reverse the market. This is very good, but is it going to succeed? I don't know, honestly. But once the ES go below the 55.66, we have a short trade, and the Nasdaq is a short trade. And then this is where you start making your money on any type of an auto trade or any type of time frame, whether you are using range minutes, Renko bar, whatever it is, it will be a stable trade, consistent. So we'll see if this ES, you see now the Nasdaq fired a signal short. This is very good. The signal, the fired short on the Nasdaq. And here it is from the Autotrade. It just fired. This is from the signal on the market analyzer, fired short. And we told you about it. It's going to fire short. And here it is. And the trailing stops are based on fibs. But with this Autotrade, you can take it a little bit farther down, and and then the Autotrade will readjust your trailing stop to the fib line automatically by itself. Even if you move your trailing stop, once the fib lines comes into your break even, it's gonna readjust it itself. And this is very, very good. If you are busy with some other chart, the Autotrade will readjust the trailing stop to the fib lines. So this is the first signal, and now we got the second signal on the ES short, and we need to see the signal on the ES, the bar close below that line, and we are in a good shape with the ES as well. And the YM, it is the YM trade. It is finished. The ES to the short side and the Nasdaq to the short side. So this one here, what you do, you close position and it is finished, out of the way, because you're not going to be able to make any more money on the YM. And now the YM is going to change direction following the ES and the Nasdaq. So here it is. We got the signal on the Nasdaq, and already $700, $800, and the ES also we went short on it, and we are in a good shape. And then on the ES also we got the signal, and here is the Autotrade from the ES, from the market analyzer, taking a short on the signal, and we are in a good shape at this moment. This is very, very important, how we can monitor those instruments, and we can make it work for us. And when the market, there is confliction in the market, how we can avoid problems in the market. As you notice, when the ES and the Nasdaq start going on the same direction, the market was trending and is making damn good money. When you start in the morning and you see the Nasdaq is going one direction and the ES going the other direction, stay the hell out, because it's gambling. It's no longer trading. And from the signals we got from the market analyzer, now we are in line, and we are going to have the institutional target on 55.59. This is the first institutional number, profit taken on that number, and the ES is going to turn around and pull back a little bit. So this is very good. We know where this ES is going to turn around, and if we want to take some profit, we can take some profit from this area. And if you have two contracts, you can take one out and you can leave one as a runner. As we see here on the Nasdaq, this one coming from the market analyzer, we can extend it if we want. And now what we do, we can break even and let it be as is. If you want to interfere, and that is not going to have an impact on your Autotrade. And it did hit the target, and now we know, we see there is a target 3 on the Nasdaq at 2141, but it's not going to happen right now, because as we told you, the ES is going to turn around from this target 1 institutional number, profit taken in there, and it's going to go back, retesting the 55.65, and it's going to retest the 55.68. So we know exactly where the ES is going to turn around, and this is another chance also for somebody missed the trend. He can pull on a pullback re-entry, and then he can hammer it to the short side. So this is very, you can see how the ES, as we told you, it happened, and now it's going back to retest. Used to be support, and now they become resistant. So the market is fair enough with us today. And on the signal we called for you from the Nasdaq, you are already up 1,400, and on the ES signal, you were over 500, and now it is turning around. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna cover ourselves immediately from the market analyzer. But you were at this when we told you to take a profit or take one of them out. You could have got a $500 profit on this. So right now it is a pullback re-entry. On the same time, we can see on the target one, you can see where is the wick. I don't know if you can see it on YouTube. The wick was exactly on the institutional number. I don't know if you can see it on the YouTube. It is right on line to the take, and included with a reversal. The reversal, they do not repaint. We do not have repaint reversal, and it is a pullback re-entry, and the market is going back down. It's not over with the short trade. It's a pullback, profit taken, and it is the same story on the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq came into another system calculating where is the target from the market analyzer, and it is a pullback, and now the Nasdaq and the ES working parallel with each other. This is the most important in your trading in the morning, to make sure your ES and Nasdaq are going in the same direction and they are on the same planet. You don't need to trade neither one of them when they are working on the opposite direction, and you don't have enough tools to indicate which one is right and which one is wrong, like what we have done this morning. And now we hit the target 3 on the Nasdaq. From couple $1,000 profit on the Nasdaq, because we know what's going on. Now we increased it all the way to $9,000-$10,000 in profit. This is the difference when you are educated enough to understand what's going on in the market. There is a huge impact on your auto trade performance. When you are the captain on the ship, when you know how to control and manage your auto trade and don't treat it as a dishwasher machine, then you will start enjoying trading. If you are just want to use the auto trade as a dishwasher machine, we wish you the best luck. You are at the mercy of the market. You're no longer controlling anything, and you are, if the market moving, you make money. The market not moving, you're not gonna make money, and you cannot be tangled between them because you're not doing anything. But when you are educated enough and you have an auto trade and you see what's going on, of course, the performance is going to be totally different. So as we see right now, we hit the target 1 on the ES, profit taken. The Nasdaq is finished. To the short side, Nasdaq is finished. Simple as that. You might experience couple bar down or up, but the trend on the Nasdaq is finished. Let me explain to you why. First of all, the Nasdaq has hit the last target for today, is target 3. Usually target 1 and target 2 for the morning and target 3 for the afternoon. And your Nasdaq hit the target 3, the final target for today. For today. It's not for the morning. It's not for the morning, it's for today. And then what you have those 2 yellow lines. When those 2 yellow lines, that mean those 2 yellow lines, they are those the dead zone. Those they measure the previous highs and lows. And once this Nasdaq enter those 2 yellow lines, you should not allow any type of an auto trade to take short. And when the market goes between those 2 lines on the top, you should not allow any type of an auto trade to take long anymore. Actually, it's the opposite. We covered on the webinar. Reversal on Monday, and let me, I'll put it in between and I will show you. We covered one and we're gonna be covering the strategy reversal on next Monday. But it is overdue on the NASDAQ, and you should not generate any more new trade on the NASDAQ. You should not generate. You should find the best place to exit and call it off for today. It's not going to go any farther down. Right now it is 10:19. It's very early, and we should hit the target 2 on the ES. Hopefully, first we're gonna hit the 55.56. This is another system from the market analyzer telling you where is your target, and it is going from the market analyzer. Autotrade is calculating where the target should be to take a profit, and the targets are not fixed that 10 ticks or 20 ticks or 30 ticks. Every trade, the system calculate where you need to take the profit. It depends on the market movement. It's not a fixed target. It depends where how the market is working. And as we notice here, the system is estimating 55.56, and this is 55.56, and this is where the system estimating the target should you take some of the profit. And there is another system is telling you what is the institutional number. So there are two different systems working together to give you clear vision where you need to take your profit. If we notice on the NASDAQ, it's not moving at this moment. Oh, it's my fault because I tried to load a NASDAQ on another technical chart, and I forgot it was on a 365 days. I use it for something else, and I forgot to cut down the days. So now the NASDAQ is trying to calculate 365 days on one simple chart. So that's why you see the numbers on NASDAQ not moving at this moment, not much. Let me see if I can. I'm scared if I'm gonna touch it, it's gonna crash NinjaTrader. It's loaded a lot of information. I'll wait till it's ready. It's loading 365 days on a 3-minute chart. It's gonna take a lot of time, and it is a busy chart. A lot of technical in it. I forgot. I cannot touch it. It's too much. The ES re-entry, we have also the signal on the 6E. We have a re-entry on the ES at 55.67, and this is the re-entry on the ES. Be careful with the ES. We have a re-entry at 55.68. And if you notice, the Nasdaq is finished. If you notice, the Nasdaq is finished. As we said, it might go 1 or 2 bars below the target 3, but it is finished. There's nothing left on there. It's just going to be in the circle, doing nothing. And the worst part, if you are taking auto trade and you're taking short in this area, your chances of making money in this area short on Nasdaq, it is 1 to 10. Your chances winning that trade is 1 to 10. Your chances has been decreased tremendously. So I got myself, and the chart is loading over 365 days, and there is a busy one, and I'm waiting till it gets slowed, and then the YouTube is taking a lot of internet. So I try to make a new one. Chart. There's 3 minutes. Here is the Nasdaq chart we covered on Monday, and here it is, right there. You can see it. It's coming. It is finished trading, and it's coming back to the 20,193. It's right there with the zone support area, target 3, and let me show you something very interested. I mean, if you want to trade Renko, you never trade Renko to trade with the trend. You trade Renko for a reversal, and then you will have a different story. So I'll try to show you an example. You know, we covered this on Monday, and to our traders, look how the bar sink into the smaller trigger line. And we told you when the market goes from out of the band with a small trigger line and enter, and you have the symmetry here, this is not a repaint, indicating it is long from that direction and the short is over. Look what happened. You nailed the pullback. You see? Now if we go back, and you can see how the market got out of the band with the trigger line. And we explained to you on Monday, and now is coming out of the band very soon. So the short is over. And if we look, the short is over on the NASDAQ and is coming out of the band with the trigger line. And this is going to turn around, and look at this magic. You see? The Renko used to be the range. Few years ago, by accident, by someone, I don't want to talk about it, it was a Renko. But before the Renko, we were using range and for a reversal. So this is there is more money in the reversal than trading with the trend, if you know how to do it. If you don't, it's like in Harrier, it's like those aircraft, the British one, you know, Harrier, when it goes up, they bite you if you don't know what you're doing. And the reversal, if you don't know what you're doing, they bite you. You know, you can be in a lot of trouble. And now look at this, it's coming out of the band again, and you hammer it again, back and forth, if you want to trade reversal. This is an excellent approach to the market, how you can reverse the market with a Renko bar. And you see, you have to have this is what we are going to cover on Monday. We have an auto trade specifically taking those trades like a professional. You have it in your package, and many of you, the new members, don't know about it maybe, but we are going to cover how to use that auto trade with the symmetry in and out of the band, and how you can take advantage of the reversal signals with this auto trade. And this auto trade has been in your package for I don't know, 5 years, 6 years. But we cannot cover 20 auto trade on one webinar, but I will be covering the auto trade, and the auto trade will trade it like a professional, and you have it in your package. So we will cover that very soon. On Monday we will do this, hopefully. So as we see, we said it is finished on the NASDAQ, and it is finished on the NASDAQ, entered the 2 yellow line, hit the target 3, hit the another system telling you to take a profit, and here it is, and it's finished, and it is finished, and we're done. We are done for today. It was a beautiful day, by the way. It was a good day, fair enough. Fair, really fair. The market was very fair to us. we will wait and see what will happen, but the short trades are finished. They hit their targets, and now that here's the re-entry on the Nasdaq, and we will see if the ES willing to drop again, or it is going to get stuck by the channel again. What is showing on the ES, actually from the momentum, there is no more re-entry. You can see there is mixed signal. There is no more re-entry trades. Actually, is finished. A little small scalping trade short, but it is finished. Whoever catch that trend did very well, and who did not, you'll live another day to take advantage of it. But it is finished. If you are taking those re-entry short, don't count on a big trades, please. It's a scalping, very fast, in and out, very fast, in and out. The trend to the short side is over. If you notice, the ES hit between those two yellow lines, as we explained to you. There is no more short trade. And the Nasdaq hit between those two lines, and it is over. So once this market hit between those two lines, it is actually time for reversal. And then you can pull out your chart, the reversal chart, like what we showed you, Renko bar, and you start pinpoint where you can reverse the market and the trend over to the short side. As you see here, both of them went in between those two yellow lines, and they are finished. Both of them. You can see it. And we can put those two lines close to each other, and you can see how this market finished here and the Nasdaq finished right there. You don't need a brainer to see that. You know, don't need a professional trader to see that. Absolutely, there is no long trade on the Nasdaq at this moment. Do not take that trade. Absolutely, there is no long trade on the Nasdaq. is a re-entry short, scalping. Okay, the market is over for the short, as we told you. Everything is okay. The trend exhaustion fired the opposite direction when we hit it. It's right there. He fired to the positive. Positive. Now it is finished for today, and there is no more trade. Maybe after lunch something will happen. But if I was you, I would not tangle with it right now. The market is on sideways, and don't try to guess the market. You're not able to guess the market. With all the respect, even if you are auto traded, there is a chances you might get a couple trades, short, small ones. There is nothing trending, but this is the max you can get out of it. We wish you the best, and please be safe. Bye for now.